Dick and Boonies podcast. Richard, together again. We're all about the laughter and the tasty gems. We would like to invite you in the silly minds we live in. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the Dick and Boonies podcast. We'd like you to sit back, relax, and laugh your little chicken McNuggets off. And by McNuggets, I mean either your testicles or your titties. If you don't have either of those, then I'm talking about your nipples. And if you don't have those, well, you're either an alien or you've had a double mastectomy. If it's the latter, then we apologize and we hope you laugh whatever part you'd like off. Wow, that got weird. We certainly didn't mean to offend. We just thought this would be a funny intro bit. And by we mean Richard. He's the piece of shit that always takes it too far. Ha 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 ha, them's is jokes, baby. Anyways, please enjoy this week's episode of the Boonies podcast.
What do you think about that, dude?
Fire as fuck. I'm so glad Deepak Numbskull took that
my God.
and went with it. That was really good.
So I guess we don't need to do an intro. I guess that just explained the whole thing. Because I wanted her to say Dick, but it just goes D-I-I-I-I-I-I
Yes.
and Boonies.
Oh man,
How you doing?
so good, brother.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to be sitting here, man.
You know what? How did your Halloween go? What did you do? Did you do a thing?
Lame-o.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
Lame-o. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
You guys were
I went hunting
Oh, really?
on Saturday
What for?
during the day.
For
Quail and dove
with Steve.
with Steve.
Shotgun?
Shotgun.
Savage.
We cleaned up.
Savagery.
I got meat in my freezer. He's got meat in his freezer.
You guys got quail hearts?
Quail and dove breasts. We didn't keep anything else.
Jim Hood used to make
Is that a
us...
thing?
What?
Hearts and shit?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
You guys don't save the hearts?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, Jim made us eat the hearts.
Oh, yeah?
That was one of the things. So Jim was my next door
I
neighbor.
imagine it's like liver.
Yeah, so Jim was my next door neighbor, and their family was avid hunters. Cam's very familiar with the family.
Right, yeah.
And,
Jim Hood taught me a lot, dude.
Jim Hood told me that he killed an elk through its asshole.
I believe it. Probably just for fun.
He just goes, I couldn't get the shot. He turned, I couldn't get the shot. The only shot I had was right in his rectum, and I hit him right in the spinal cord and dropped him.
And he was so stoked.
Yeah, and I am not.
Yeah, you're like, that's heavy.
I'm like, I'm not into that.
You're right.
at all.
Right. Yeah, no, that's.
But yeah, he would make us eat the hearts and shit. So you went.
Of quail and dove?
Yeah, he would save. I think you field dress them. Is that
Yes,
how you? Okay.
yes.
So you rip their heads off, right?
Correct.
Which is also insane.
Yeah.
That's serial killer shit, but
It
fine.
takes a little bit.
But
It
fine.
and it's funny because I've been kind of easing into this hunting thing.
Right.
I haven't always been one.
Over the last couple of years, right?
Fisherman, angler, for sure,
Yeah,
all day.
That's in your blood.
Hunting birds, I started there, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So like little bird, like dove and quail.
That's kinda
At the end of the day, a life's a life. I'm gonna acknowledge that right now. But we cleaned up on Saturday.
How many?
We got north of 20 birds.
Really?
Yeah, so I got a freezer full. Steve went home and ate all his right away because he's a fucking caveman, I guess.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he sent me a picture. He's like, I cooked them all up. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, okay.
What, in one roasting pan?
He grilled them,
Nice.
which you got to be paying attention because
They go quick. They go
it's
quick. They go
yeah,
quick.
yeah. And my mom, I remember when I was a kid, my dad would come home with this black garbage bag full of birds, dude, and I'd help him like clean them up. And
Serial
shit.
killer shit.
Yeah, yeah. Black bag.
Like, I got it back.
Yeah. I got out of there.
I got
And my mom had this great recipe, and she would roast dove breasts.
Oh my God, that
And
sounds so
as a
good.
family, we would all eat them, and like it was super cool. You know,
I feel pretty hypocritical because I do not really enjoy the killing aspect.
Sure.
I fully understand that out in the wild, an animal is going to be ripped limb from limb for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So killing it in one shot is probably the more humane way of going about,
Sure, yeah.
Dispatching of an animal. Plus, we're going to eat it, so it's, I guess it's sort of a selfish thing that we get to partake. We gotta eat. Right?
well,
So-
and that's the thing. Like, I
You
won't
can get
go.
it at the
I won't go
store.
hunt anything I'm not going to eat.
Of course.
So,
of course.
and that's the best part of it.
So that was the Halloween was just
That was Saturday.
That was
I got up in the early, and I went to Steve's. Then we went out to Queen Valley, which is southeast of AJ,
okay.
and then just out in the desert. And yeah, it was one of the better sessions we've had. I'm sore because you're
Oh, from
walking through
hiking?
washes and
Yeah.
shit, and like it's weird. I woke up, I was like, my legs are sore. I bike all the time, but I was using different muscles and whatever.
When I go bowling, just my left butt cheek, just the one that's
Because
the pivot.
the pivot.
I pivot right on that,
Yeah.
and then I cut it in like this.
Yeah.
This leg's fine.
No, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Muscles you don't use that way all the time.
It's usually your stabilizing muscles. That's what was up with my
Yeah.
tailbone. I realized that
And you were a hell of a bowler, bro.
dude, I've had some good.
Have you been bowling recently?
Not really.
That sucks.
No, and then when Ben had me
You're
on
not
his league,
using a gift you have.
so Ben was in a league for a while, and Ben's a really good bowler too. And he's got a crew of guys that somehow pull it off every once in a while. Not athletes, but
Right.
they just pull it off somehow sometimes.
Is bowling athletic?
There's some skill. There's some, you got to line it up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I bowled a fucking 280.
That's bananas.
No, it might have even been more than that. I have to go back and look at the picture. But I got a strike, an 8 spare in the second, the rest strikes.
So an 8 spare.
What was
is that still just 10 or what is it?
Still pisses me off.
So is that 290?
No, you didn't get higher than 280. I remember you
Ben, he's like, not gonna. No, you didn't get more than 280.
the score was like 268.
No, it was not. It was
It was higher
Two-
than mine, and I was pissed.
it was either 280 or more.
It wasn't more than 2.
And bro, let me tell you, when I had the whole fucking, even though I got that spare in the second,
Yeah.
when I was on like the 8th or 9th frame, the entire alley came around me and was
Oh,
just
you
like,
had the-
ooh shaka, ooh shaka, ooh shaka, ooh shaka. And I was like, fucking dialing it in.
Ayo,
Dialing it in.
ayo.
Yeah. I was pumped up.
Dude,
There's this dude I went
that's
to.
heavy.
There's this dude I went to work with, Tristan, like a couple years ago. We would take the members of this place that I worked for. We would, whatever. It was a recovery place. And we would take the members bowling. And
Right.
Every single time. I would go, did I ever tell you guys that one time that I bowled a 280? And Tristan would just be like,
You've
Shut
told this
the-
story.
and then
You're
if I-
telling this story and he's mouthing it to the people. He's like,
if I hadn't said it yet, Tristan would be like, "Hey, has Richard ever told you the time?" And I would always go, well, "Let me tell you, I had the whole crowd."
he's like, it's 9:47. He hasn't told the story yet, so I'm gonna get that out of the way real quick.
So, what was the rest of your Halloween like? You came back with a
came
satchel
home,
of birds,
Satchel birds, threw 'em in
wasted the
freezer.
hearts,
Yeah.
wasted the hearts, came back.
Yeah, I did do that. Threw them in the freezer, cleaned up,
Nice.
and then
Shower naked.
showered naked.
Okay.
Yep.
Like it.
And,
I like it.
Needed to.
Yeah. Did you pass out treats? Or did you guys have a
didn't.
sign up that said
we had
COVID?
Our doorbell rang twice
Hmm.
all night.
It's a very weird predicament to be in when you have children that are expecting Halloween, and so is everybody else's.
And so we we laid low and didn't really do anything because Ruby's at her last year of really not knowing what's going on.
Right. You got to fucking take it.
Next year, we're going to,
Yeah, but there's
then
also...
Cash will be 2. He'll be walking and talking.
Yeah.
Ruby will be 4.
Yeah.
She'll be like, let's fucking do this.
For sure. The thing is I'm going to get a lot of shit for being the guy who took their kids out.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, dude.
It's so split down the middle. Either people think I'm a total piece of shit, or they're like, yeah, you should definitely be out there. It's one of those
here's the thing. Either you went out there, but the other thing shouldn't be you're a total piece of shit.
Yeah, but it is. That's just the way it is right now. So, dude, let me tell you this. So we were right down the street, okay? And you know what? Maybe we should call. I think we're gonna call Gordon. We're gonna call Gordon. Have him live.
Let's get him on the phone.
Let's get him on the phone. I'm gonna tell.
Because I saw your video.
What video? Oh yeah, the kids.
And that was a production, bro.
Thanks. Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, it's a little clip app on my phone.
The characters, you just.
Yeah.
It was fucking really good. Really good.
I'm gonna do like a higher quality version of that in this Halloween video that I'm making for my kids' channel called The Carly's Crew. It's coming out soon. Anyways, so we're down the street, and I don't...
So they all came here.
Yeah, so my cousins, my nephews, so I have 3 nephews, my brother, his wife, they came over, we had pizza, and then we,
And sprinkled on some pimento
weather. Emerald Lagasse.
Right.
Pimento weather. Pizza.
I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, Richard? You don't know what pimento weather? I'm like, no. What are you talking about?
Which is just red pepper flakes.
Which is my favorite thing of all time.
Do you call it pimento weather?
Sometimes when I'm by myself in the kitchen, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get a little pimento weather.
Say it under your breath.
Yeah, I say it under my breath. Because if I bring it up, then I have to explain it. And I can't really explain it.
You just say Emerald.
Apparently, Emerald says it.
Just say Emerald Lagasse. And then that's it. So,
and they'll still look at me like...
So this story's fucked up. Like straight up
trick-or-treating story.
Yeah. So, and I'm just gonna give all the facts, okay? You know,
right.
you know how I do.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying one way or another if this means anything, but we go to this house. There's this guy on the corner over here. He's very close. He's maybe like 8 houses down, around 2 turns. Okay, and this guy is in his, I'm gonna say 72s, but he gets his hair dyed every week. Kind of guy, and gets his facial hair trimmed perfectly. He looks like a Ken doll that's like just old.
Kenneth doll.
A Kenneth doll. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Senior. Mm-hmm. Kenneth Senior doll.
Right.
So he's got Trump Pence memorabilia.
Signs out
out in the front.
Yeah.
He flies the Confederate. He flies the Confederate flag.
He flatteringly graduated right now, man.
Okay, I'm going to try. So he's got a Trump Pence
sign on his lawn.
And he flies the Confederate flag, and he looks like
he flies it in his yard, too?
Yeah, he flies it out front, which is aggressive.
It is.
Not a fan of that. Like the Trump Pence shit, you know what?
Whatever.
I have no...
Sure.
I really have no opinion as it relates to that. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about politics. Whatever. The Confederate flag, on the other hand, is aggressive. And it sends a message, whether or not you think, for him, I'm sure that message isn't like a negative one. He's so fucking dumb that he thinks that this is some sort of heritage right that he has to fly this thing in the middle of a fucking Arcadian neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just a very odd thing. So this is that guy's house. I'm sort of just setting the stage for the events that are to follow, which is we go there, everything's fine. I'm just like talking to my kids are old enough now to where we just pull up to a house
and they kind of run off and do their thing.
Yeah, they
and
just
you're
go.
good.
They get their
You're
candies.
keeping an eye on.
Yeah, they
and
got their
that's it.
they had their masks on. We were
yeah?
masked up the whole way.
Yep.
You know, we stayed away from other families. We only stayed together. You know, we did it as responsibly as we could. In fact, it was a little bit more. It was jamming out there a little bit more than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they go and then they come back and June goes, I didn't like that guy. And I was like, why? She goes, he was really rude. And we're like, huh? And so Gordon and I like get a little bit closer to June. We're like, what? That's a weird thing for her to say.
Yeah.
Like, how could he be
Right.
rude?
Kids usually don't say that.
Right.
They're like, oh, he gave me candy. Fucking sweet.
So I go, what happened, June? And she goes, and she was holding her wrist like this. And she was like, I got a piece of candy. It was disgusting. So I gave it to Austin, which is
What
her
was the
little,
candy?
It was probably, gumdrops, some shit that you like. And
What?
kids these days aren't into that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So it was like maybe it was saltwater taffy. I don't know, but there was other candies in the bowl that was sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
So she grabbed some saltwater taffy or whatever, gave it to Austin because Austin's little, and she was just like, "Here, you're gonna have that.
Yeah.
Get out of here, buddy." You know. She went back in to grab like a Reese's peanut butter cup, let's say, and he grabbed her wrist and grabbed it really hard and said, "Put it back. Don't put your hand in my candy." And then threw her hand, she said.
What?
And she told me that story. I go, hold on. I go, wow.
Yeah, you had to process that.
I go, what just happened? And she told me the whole story again. And I just look at Gordon and I just go, okay. I started breathing, and then I walked over there. I couldn't hold on.
No,
to it.
I would have.
So I walked right up to this guy, and alone, Gordon and I was like, stay. Gordon and my dad were sort of in the street, right? And I walk up there, I ring the doorbell. He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And I go, "Hi." I go, my daughter just said that you grabbed her wrist. And as I'm like, wrist, as the T, at the very end of the T, he was like, yeah, I did. She can't put her hand in my candy. And I go, "Oh, excuse me, sir. You can't touch a child ever." And he's going, fuck you, yelling at me. I go, "I don't care about anything. You cannot touch a child at all, let alone my fucking child." I go, "If you fucking touch her ever again, there's gonna be problems." And as I'm saying that, my dad comes out of the bushes.
Yeah, of course.
He's got his camera. He's like, "I'm gonna film this. I'm filming this." And I was like, "Dad, get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
And right as that's happening, his wife comes up and was like, "Oh no," and just goes and slams the door in my face.
What?
What's his address?
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait, no, you
Serious?
already described it enough, where I can find the house. So.
Yeah.
Serious.
So everything you need to know. So when we drive by now, we just flip the guy off. Gordon flipped him off as he came in the other day. Big piece of shit. Let's see if Gordon recalls the situation. Let's see.
It makes my blood boil.
That makes my fucking blood boil too, dude. Jesus Christ.
Let's see. Hopefully he answers. We'll see.
Pieces of shit.
Hello?
Hey, Gordon. It's Dick and Boonies. You're live on the podcast. How you doing today?
Oh, hi, guys.
Are you
Hey, dude, skis.
Are you okay with being on the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's going on?
what I want to know what your perspective of the June story was on Halloween. What did you see from your perspective? And
Like,
here,
see visually,
yeah, like
as
what?
far as anything happening?
Yeah. And what do you
I
think?
didn't see it.
God damn it, Gordon, work with me, motherfucker, work with me.
Believe all women.
So, explain this guy.
I don't remember what he looked like, but I have created what he looks like in my mind.
I thought you flipped him off the other
He
day.
looks like Satan.
No, I flipped off his wife.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're stupid
Yeah.
too.
But Junie said, what was the story that you remember Junie saying?
So Junie came up to our little trailers and said,
Wagons.
wagons, yeah. And I guess, everybody was kind of talking about their candy. And she goes, yeah, I got such and such a candy, but that guy was really rude.
Right.
And we went, what? Why? How? And she proceeded to tell us that he had grabbed her hand.
Yeah.
Aggressively.
And then what did I do?
You stood there and went, he grabbed your hand? And she went, yeah. And then you turned around and walked to his house.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Yeah, that's the story I just told. You just confirmed at least. I'm not.
I confirmed your story. Yeah.
You.
I wish he could hear us right now.
He can hear
and
me.
So Dad was pulling the wagon, and he had my son in the wagon, and he starts following you, and then he just drops the wagon in the middle of the street with my son sitting in it and proceeds to follow you to the door to get his camera out so he can film it. This guy, kicking the shit out of you or whatever he was going to do if his wife didn't shut the door.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then I remember Dad tells me, he goes, hey, you know what? It would have been a lot better if 3 guys went to the door. And I said, well, you left my kid in the street, so I had to get him. But,
Oh, God. Okay, I didn't know.
So that's how it went down. But I did flip off the guy's wife.
Nice.
Which,
I flipped both of them off today.
She was definitely taken aback by that.
Yeah, well, I flipped off both of them today.
What they think about that?
I was kind of scared, so I didn't look. I just flipped them off and just.
Oh, you gotta look. Next time you flip them off, look.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to.
I drove by there about 3 times on Sunday, and I didn't see him.
Yeah, we're gonna get him.
We're gonna get him. I'll fucking go get him.
All right. Well, thank you for corroborating my story.
All right.
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Gordo, love you.
So yeah.
Why do you think he did that?
Well, I truly believe that people. Well, first of all, let me tell you this. He was wearing gloves. So he had gloves on and a mask on and a shield on and a fucking hazmat suit. And like you could just tell that this guy was very.
Fuck are you passing out candy?
Well, okay. So
Turn your lights off and close your door.
which
Nice.
two houses before that, their house was totally done up like Halloween.
right.
And we're like, fuck yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Big old sign on their gate saying
Yep.
COVID, no Halloween, or like no trick or treating this
Oh, no
year,
shit.
maybe next year. And I was like, come on with the fucking, like making us think that you're gonna have some candies and
Well,
then you don't.
it used to be just turn your lights off.
Right. Right.
But
So-
depending on when you start going trick or treating.
So
Anyway.
I think that this guy is terrified, right? I truly believe, first of all, when you behave like that aggressive, honestly, he's got like 4 Trump Pence signs out there, and he's hanging this huge Confederate flag, right? So
Did he have 4 Trump Pence signs out there?
Mm-hmm.
Why 4?
And a Confederate flag.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah,
so he's already just like a super aggressive guy, right?
Right.
Like put 1 Trump Pence out there and maybe don't do the Confederate flag.
Yeah, totally.
Like just
dude.
think a little bit.
For sure.
But in this guy's mind, he's totally justified, right? So what I'm thinking is this guy just lives in fear. I truly believe this man lives in fear, and I wouldn't want to be in his brain for 2 seconds because I know it's just a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So he's hazmat suited up, gloved up,
Right.
masked up, and he's still having little children over, maybe to fucking steal and eat. I'm not sure. But like,
Fuck him for sure.
so he
Wow.
he's just got
Yeah.
a lot of negative energy.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think the second that June stuck, because I think what happened is he handed her the that's what it was. That's got to be what it was. June couldn't have told the story perfect. He probably handed her the candy. She turned, gave it to Austie, and then she stuck her hand in
And
the
he
bucket.
wasn't feeling that.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
But
now in
then he
retrospect.
went ballistic.
You can't, and he said, yeah, I fucking grabbed your arm. You can't be sticking your hand in my candy. And I was like, bro, you're not allowed to touch children, like, ever.
Yeah.
That's like number 1 rule of all rules, don't touch any kids, even your own, bro.
Dude, if you have a bowl of candy on Halloween, kids are gonna reach in and grab it.
It's just-
if you grab a kid any other day of the month, year, you can't do that ever.
You're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to do it.
And he just
What a
and the way he
dickhead,
fired
dude.
back too, I was like, oh, this guy's rolling with some negative energy. And so the thing is one of the things, because this guy, obviously, I'm not a fighter and I'm not like in the best shape or whatever, but the amount of adrenaline that was running through me, this man would have been fucking mutilated by my just a sheer aggression, like gorilla, guerrilla aggression.
You wanted to.
Yeah, but I'm sure he has lots of guns.
So yeah, so my brother was saying that. He was like, "Well, good thing you didn't," because I was like, because he got right up in my face, right? So I was like, "Oh,
he probably has a lot of guns and a lot of lawyers too."
Right. So I was like, I had enough wherewithal. Wherewithal to be like, he's got to hit me first, because I'm not going to be aggressive. I have my hands down, my fists were rocked, and ready to rock.
Sure.
I was about to get him.
No,
I was gonna,
yeah.
And so
I would have been right there, dude.
Yeah, so he didn't, and his wife goes, "Oh no!" and closes the door, and it stopped everything. But yeah, I guess in retrospect, I was like, man, I'm so glad I didn't hit the guy, because I would have gone to jail, right, for some fucking thing that he did.
Right.
That he would have suffered no issue. Right, even if June would have said something, I feel like he would have gotten. I'm so glad
And then
that.
how many more kids did he do that to that night? You know?
I think he probably closed down shop for the night after
Which
that.
he should have just done in the first place.
I know.
If you're a fucking asshole, just go to bed and.
And if you're scared about it, like Gordon, I'll give Gordon mad props, dude. Like he sort of bit the bullet on this Halloween thing. He's a very nervy guy when it comes to the COVID situation.
Yeah, for sure.
But he sort of bucked up and was like, "Okay, we're gonna go as a
I'm
family."
gonna put my kids in robot suits.
Yeah, and we're
which
gonna
look like hazmat suits.
Yeah, they do. Dude.
They're covered
Okay,
for sure. Oh man.
can I change the subject completely?
Yeah, 100%.
This is 2 years old. I'm pretty sure this thing is 2 years old. Do you have the YouTube clip, Tay-Tay? Yeah. I'll explain it to you. This is a clip that is the Yanni Laurel thing?
No.
Where it's really?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a newer Yanni Laurel for our listeners out there. But it's still
For
pretty
people
old.
who pay attention to shit.
So the Yanni Laurel thing will make sense when I tell you what this is. So it is a video that somebody posted of a little toy, and he hits play on it, and depending on what you are thinking in your mind, or if you're looking at the video, reading on the screen, it will either say brainstorm or green needle. Straight up. So what I want you to do is when Taylor plays the video, I want you to go back and forth and maybe stay on green needle for a little bit, or brainstorm, like just think before he says it, think of what you want him to say, and it says it. It's this weird thing that our brain
Even
does.
through all this.
Do we need to look at it, or?
No, he could just hear it. So just be thinking brainstorm or green needle. So right out the gate, think of either one of those words. And as he said, I think it says it over and over again.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, go for it. Are you doing it? All right, cut it, Tay-Tay. Did it work for you?
No.
Oh. What is it saying every time to you?
Green needle.
But were you thinking brainstorm?
Oh, it says brainstorm to me.
But were you thinking? So okay. But but were you ever thinking brainstorm?
Yeah.
You were going like, okay, I'm gonna hear brainstorm,
Yeah, I just heard green needle.
I was going back and forth.
and it was working every time for me.
Oh no, I just heard brainstorm.
Every time. So you This is I love this. So you only heard brainstorm.
Yeah.
And you were thinking back and forth. right? Brainstorm, brainstorm, brainstorm. You were thinking back and forth, but all you heard was green needle.
Right.
Me, I can, whatever I'm thinking, it says, I swear to God, I'll be like, okay, this one's brainstorm, and it'll be like, brainstorm.
Yeah.
And then I'll go, okay, this one's green needle. It'll green needle. And then I'll go, no, I'm going to do green needle again. Green needle. I'm like, there's.
Right.
So I have the mixture. You're the green needle. You're the brainstorm. That is actually saying brainstorm. That little toy says brainstorm. So isn't that an interesting thing?
It is.
So you're hearing green needle.
Yeah.
And it's not going back and forth.
Right.
You're hearing brainstorm, which I guess Taylor's the smartest guy.
So,
Is that what that means?
dude, I have this little version of that. When you listen to I'm up all night to get fun or whatever. I'm up all night to get
Lucky. Yeah.
When the robot comes in.
Taylor does a cover of that song.
Yeah. He does. I know. It's awesome.
Okay.
When they come in, when the robot says it,
Oh, I got
I'm
my-
up all night to get.
Yeah.
If you think Red Bull Mexican, that's what you hear. So anyone who's listening, next time you listen to Lucky, think Red Bull Mexican, and that's exactly what you'll hear. And this is a perfect example of what that is, what you're talking about. 'Cause if you just think about it, you're like, oh yeah, that is what it is. Or it's not, because it's not that. But if you're just thinking it, yeah, it does sound like that.
Okay. I'm so glad you had that ready to go.
Well,
You had no idea that I was going to bring that up. And you're like, yeah, but in
I'm up all night to get, if you think Red Bull Mexican, it sounds
really?
exactly like it. Yeah, it does.
I want to try it, but I don't think we
Yeah,
did.
well, everyone
Red
do
Bull
it on your
Mexican.
own time.
Yeah, stop right now. Go check it out. So,
And you know what? Probably 3 out of 90 people will hear Red Bull Mexican, but it's the same idea.
I think that's the best thing ever. I hope I hear it every time now.
I think you will.
So I guess brainstorm. I can't remember now because I created this little file for this show like a week ago. I think brainstorm was like a TV show like in the 80s or 70s or something, and they put out a little toy that said brainstorm. And so that's how they knew that it was saying brainstorm. But so Yanni Laurel is the same thing. There was an audio clip, and some people, it's this just one audio clip.
Yeah.
And it would say Yanni or Laurel, like you would hear it, and some people were like, I hear Laurel. And some people would say, I hear Yanni. So
Yeah.
it was like a newer version of that in this video. I'm surprised you didn't hear
It's
about
like
that.
no, I.
You wouldn't on the local news. That's what you listen to.
Yeah. It's like the sneaker, dude. It's like the gray or pink sneaker.
Yes. Oh, so you saw that on Facebook.
Yeah.
You love Facebook. That's
I
where you,
do. Yeah, I love it.
That's where you get your.
That's where I get my news.
That's where you get your updated info.
Actually, that's where I stopped getting my news, and I just listen to local news. I don't know. News is not even real.
You know what's really fun is that night we went and picked up like a couple even more houses down. Ella's got a friend named Kalyani, and I was like, is she Indian? And she's like, yeah. And for some reason I was like, I had an Indian friend. I was like, his name was Fulpreet. I had him. He was my best friend in first grade. I was like, he used to come over, and when I was getting my hair cut, my dad said, "Come over here. I'm going to cut that little ball off the top of your head." And I was telling her this whole story about my friend who is Indian, and my daughter was like, "Okay,
So,
what are you saying?"
yeah.
And I was like,
Nothing really.
I was like, I don't know. I don't know why I needed to tell you that because
Nothing
it's
for
okay.
you. It's all for me.
it's okay. It's fine. I don't know. Like she called my bullshit instantly. It was like, why do you have to acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Is it first of all that she was Indian? She didn't like that I was. She was like, yeah,
Where are you going with this, Dad?
exactly.
What is this even?
And then I was like, I got a friend named Fulpreet.
Now we have to start paying Fulpreet
Yeah,
because
he's
he's made a lot of. Do we need to get him up here?
Fulpreet.
Yeah, I think we probably do.
We probably do.
I would be.
He was
game
my
for
neighbor
that.
too.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
And you know what?
you guys know him more than I did.
Dude,
but
he's got the Indian Palace down there on fucking 52nd Street.
We should get him in here. If he's listening,
Not.
that's amazing.
If he is, that would be amazing. Why
I'm
would?
gonna check out Richard and Cam's fucking podcast.
Yeah. Did I tell you?
Or I have better things. To do.
Did I tell that little story on the podcast before about how I went to have dinner there one time?
No.
I think I did.
Well,
But
no.
I'll tell it again.
We talked about when you went to what was that fucking place? We were sitting over there. Sizzle.
Okay, so this is so I went on a date to Indian Palace, recommended by the date, which was actually, I'm not going to say her name, but she
Delish.
is a
the food. I mean, delish.
both, but I didn't taste the I didn't taste the Indian food. No, I didn't taste her. In fact, she made fun of what I was wearing the second week. She's like, "Oh,
Because you showed up in a fucking.
I showed up in a purple T-shirt that said like "Stand Up for Recovery" on it, and just like pants and shoes, and she was
Right.
like dressed up nice.
Right.
And she's like, "I thought we were on a date," and I was like, "Boy, oh boy."
Yeah.
I was like, "I didn't really know."
You thought you were going to Zips.
Well, it was
fucking- she was like, "This isn't Zips."
It was one of
bitch.
Ella's friends' moms, and
Oh, yeah?
she was separated. I was separated, and we were chit chatting. I was
Classic.
like, "Let me take you out." She got big tits.
Yeah.
She got big titties, and I was like, "Let me see some titties." No, I was like, "Let's go out." She seemed pretty cool, right? But we went. So all that aside, we sit down. We have this fabulous meal. I was like, I really hope I see full preet. You know, I really, because there was 6 people in the whole restaurant. I was like, I'd love to see some full preet right now. I'd love to see me some full preets. So,
Yeah.
and we didn't, right? And so the bill comes, and right at the very end, like some little dish, I think some sort of sweet dish that just came with the meal, and it was full preet. He's like, "Here you go." And I was like,
No shit.
I was like, "Pulpinator, dude." I was like, "Hello, full preet." And he's like, "Richard, how you doing, dude?" And I was like,
Oh, that's awesome.
I was like, "Dude, I was hoping I would see you."
Hell yeah.
And and we talked for a second, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Don't worry about it. You know, food's on me." And I was like,
Wow,
"No."
major flex.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I said, "No, dude, I'm gonna pay." I was like, in my mind, looking around, I was like, "This place is dead." I was like, "I'm gonna pay." And the food was fabulous, by the way. I mean, it was really, really good. And I hadn't had Indian food in like, I don't know, 6-8 years or something.
Yeah.
We had the naan and the fucking potato green shit. It was so good, dude. You know, the rice.
Right.
And he's like, "No, it's on me." It was like, I don't even know. It was like $60. It was cheap for 2 of
Yeah.
us. I think she had a couple cocktails and everything. And I was like, "No, dude, I got it." And then I tipped him fatty on top. I was like,
Dude,
"Yo."
he swooped in and was like, "Hey, man."
Yeah, just gave the one little final dish and then wanted to cover the whole.
And you
fucking
thought
thing.
about him as you were walking into the place.
I was really hoping I'd
And
see
so
him.
that's the best. That's the best.
Yeah, couldn't have ended up any better.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Looks exactly the same. Hasn't
Yeah.
aged
Must be nice.
one bit. If anything, his turban's just a little bigger.
It must be nice.
You know,
God.
we ain't Asian so well.
No, not really.
I'm not. You look
I'm
Fran.
not.
You
I'm
look.
not.
You look Frang.
You
That's
like
what-
French.
That's what I said.
Have you ever had Ethiopian food?
No. Have you?
I have,
Where?
but later in the night.
Oh. Like after you've been drinking?
So I've never. Yeah, for sure.
So wow.
So Emery brought over some Ethiopian food that he just had with his sister. Like she's into it.
Hold on a second. You keep saying food.
That's because it was a feud.
Is Emery dating a Ethiopian girl now?
He was,
my,
right?
My stomach
No,
was in a
I think she
feud
was something else.
with the feud. No, it wasn't. It was actually amazing. I just didn't know what it was. It was like some tortilla shit with
Where-
some green shit. So
where were
anyway,
you guys?
So we're at the house,
Whose house?
my house.
Okay, you know at Emery's house they had a swamp cooler?
Oh, dude.
Because I,
Peeling yourself off of that leather couch was like Velcro. It's like,
I just remember going in and being like, "It's very moist in here." I had
Dude.
never. He was the first guy's house I'd ever been to.
Talk
He's like,
yeah.
"Yeah, we have a swamp cooler." And I was like, "No shit, dude." I go, "You got black algae mode.
No matter
Oh.
what, you were going to wake up 4 hours before you really wanted to wake up because you were like
Moist.
dehydrated and moist at the same time. It
This
was
is a
like
very niche story.
it was fucking bullshit. Anyways, no, he brought over he's like, I just went and had Ethiopian food with my sister. And here's the
Leftovers?
our doggy bags.
Yeah, which is just.
And I'm just like, all right, let's check them out.
Yeah.
Let's check them out.
Do they do rice?
They do rice. They do rice.
Oh my god!
That
It
was
sounded
loud.
like you inhaled one of those keyboard sprayers.
Yeah, duster huffer.
Yeah, dude.
People huff those.
Yeah,
That's a thing, right?
yeah.
You
I don't know
like
if you-
Aaron Carter.
Richard?
Yeah. What? I haven't. I like heroin.
Those huffer dusters are bullshit. But he came over with some of the shit, and I didn't know what it was. But I was open to it.
Yeah,
I'm like, let's fucking do this.
You're an adventurous eater.
I am.
That's why I love eating with you. There's never
go
been a
for it.
I've never been in a situation where food is like weird and then
Yeah.
we both didn't just go for it.
Just go for
Gotta
it.
eat it.
It's fun.
Gotta try.
Because it's kind of like going down one of the deep slides at the water park that you're not super hip to.
What I like about it is that it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
You know, more often than not, if it's something super weird to us, it's like it's a culture we don't
Let's
know
do
anything
it.
about. And so
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to connect to Ethiopian culture through the food, which is by far the easiest and best way to do it. Meant no disrespect by that burp. And so
he didn't know what this shit was called.
Right.
And I didn't know really what it was. But there was chicken, rice,
Yeah.
green stuff, whatever. Like it was just kind of like this jubilee of stuff. And I just went for it.
right.
And I was like, this is fucking delicious.
Yeah.
So then I start to notice there's like a few Ethiopian places around my house.
So you're gonna say that I noticed there was a couple of Ethiopian people around.
Isn't it weird when you buy a Ford Escape, you realize everyone has a Ford Escape?
Sorry, dude. Whenever I want to finish your sentence.
Actually,
Okay, so go ahead.
I don't even want to say what my first comment was, but yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah, the green.
The green.
I'm
whatever
wondering
that
if I'm
was.
wondering if it's a similar thing because
And I just think of Vegas Vacation when Randy Quaid's like, I'm gonna take some chicken bologna here. And you're just like, God damn.
yeah, dude.
Sorry, that's not the chicken, that's the beef. It's blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just went for it, and it was so delicious.
Was it have a
I just wish I knew what it was.
some sort of bread to go scoop?
No bread.
No scoopies?
No scoopies.
Oh man.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
They probably did.
They scooped him up
Yeah,
at dinner time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's this joint down the street that I want to try. I don't think I can get my better half to do it, though. You know,
Art girl.
You're just gonna need to go on a lunch break.
I'm just going to have to go do it.
They
I'm going to have to go be like, Richard, hey, do you want to go get lunch?
Dude, can we do that tomorrow?
We can, actually.
Should we do that?
Yeah. Should we go to the joint that's by my house?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because we got to get together.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Are you gonna fucking cancel?
No.
I got you on wax right now, saying you're not gonna
I'm
cancel.
going to fucking. No, I'm not going to cancel.
Don't
I'm
cancel.
going to look up what the place is called.
Is it? I bet you they have they have every single thing on the menu is special number 10, special number 12, special number 99.
But also next to it is also apparently a choice ass Chinese restaurant too.
Goat.
Hole in the wall though.
Classical Chinese
I would imagine.
or like
Hold on.
Tokyo Express-y kind of shitty stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like classical Japanese.
Yeah. Like the real shit.
Like I'm talking fucking duck and crispy skin.
I'm
and-
talking. Fucking dog.
Peking. You know what I mean?
Mugu got pound.
Really gone off the rails.
What's the name of the joint?
That's what I'm looking up.
Is it called Shalalalat?
I doubt it's called either of those, you assholes.
It's fucking. It's just a shit joke.
Ethiopian food. Well, my joke was better, but I'm still not gonna say what it was.
Yeah, you won't. That's all right. I'll take the flack. I'll take that heat, baby. I bet they got some spicy stuff. Blow out the hole.
Gojo. Yeah.
Okay.
Gojo, 30th Street and Thomas.
Do they have you ever seen a
Let's go check it out, dude. Let's go get some fucking wild shit that I've never had before.
All right, we're going to go. We're going to
Because
go.
are you fucking hip to what's on this menu?
Not.
Nice.
Balls of goat.
Let's just dive in.
Yeah. Let's get some fucking goat knuckle.
Let's get some weird shit.
Yeah,
and
let's get some pig nipples and some some
Oh, menu. Boom.
Borscht.
They say we don't want to tell you because it'll dissuade you.
what?
No, it doesn't say.
Oh.
I'm just
Want to
kidding.
get some boar septum?
Boar septum.
Septum blocktum.
Sand.
Septum block.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Rectum block. Oh shit.
So
No, it looks good.
yeah,
dude.
we're gonna go. I want to get some rice and some.
Kitfo, Tibbs, and Gourd.
What's that?
Oh, we're
Fuck
gonna
is that?
I see. I'm not a big gourd guy. You
pieces
know.
of lean ground beef sauteed with onions, jalapenos. Yeah, dude. No,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
let's
it's all
fucking
good.
dill it.
Is that it?
Spicy country style ground beef liver and tripe mixed with butter, onions, and jalapeno pepper.
Okay, here. Let's do this. If they have
Let's
an
do
A,
it.
if
Plenty
they
of lamb.
hold on, if they have an A in the window, we're going for sure. If they got a B,
We'll go still.
okay. But what about a C?
But how many C's do you see out there?
I've seen them.
Really?
Yeah, delivering.
Like, let's fucking still, like, we have to show our C. Let's pick up our game, people. But it doesn't happen.
It's usually
That's awful.
a certain type of community people that can't keep it together for some reason.
Yeah.
Mexicans?
Nope.
No?
They're great.
Clean?
They're
Okay.
great. The whites are fine. Usually the biggest pieces of shit. If you go in the back, if there's a white chef,
Naturally.
it's like, I don't even want to talk, dude. The African Americans, perfect and nice and cool and make me feel comfortable and like I'm not
Oh,
like a
dude,
piece
have
of
you
shit.
have you tried Mrs. Chicken?
Oh,
Where Salsitas used to be?
oh.
On 32nd Street and Indian
Dude, I need
just
to-
south.
I need to start getting into some of these.
It's new.
Little jams.
Well, it had the sign up forever and then it hadn't opened until semi recently. I heard it's spicy. Fried chicken. Spicy fried chicken.
Oh, is it like hot chicken? Where they do
Yeah.
the red like spicy
I
hot
think
chicken?
so.
Oh, well, let's try it.
yeah, let's go there too.
God, dude, there was
Gojo.
dude, there was this
Mrs. Chicken, let's go do
bro,
it.
there was this fucking homeless dude outside of QT wearing his fucking shield to the side. Like a gangster, bro.
Oh no.
I was like, because he was kind of like,
He's like, the COVID's setting this way, so I better keep it off my face.
I don't know what made me think of that, but I was going in and he was kind of like, I mean, he was homeless, but he was still trying to dial it in, like with some style and some swag and shit. And he'd kind of be walking around like this, and he was sort of like bobbing and being like, "Hey, motherfucker!" He was like talking a lot of shit to people, like "fuck you" and like all this kind of stuff.
What?
And he had his fucking he had a fucking shield, like one of those face shields that go around the head.
Right, yeah.
But he had it turned to the side and like he had it sort of propped up like this. And he just was like, "Yo, motherfucker!" And I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Yo," I was like, "A, that's not gonna do anything, but B, I like your style." And he was like, he did not laugh. He didn't think I was cool at all. He stared me down, and I was like, "Okay, okay, bye bye." And I was like, hopefully I remember this one day, and I did. I remembered it.
Well, I guess depending on where the sun's at, backwards hats don't do any good.
No, but I just liked the fact that he was very committed.
No, he was committed
to his style.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta wear this motherfucking face shield. Fuck that. I'm gonna wear it to the side like this. His pants, I could see like basically the dick root on this guy. Like his pants were pulled down so far, he had kind of like a disheveled shirt.
Dick root.
The dick root. Yeah, I'll give credit. Joe Rogan. If anybody listens to this podcast, it's probably they've heard. Joe Rogan calls that the dick root. This little area here.
Yeah.
And but I saw like the dick, like the shaft of his like dick.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
The base.
Yeah, I saw the base, which is weird when a person's standing up straight when you can see the base of something when they're standing. That's a weird dichotomy. So I was like, "Yo, I can see your dick."
He's not playing it safe.
Yeah. No, dude. He was out there, dude. Just
Yeah.
he was fine. Oh, and in the same fucking day. Oh God, dude. Okay, so what do you feel? Do you feel like you're still cool? Like, let's just get real. Let's get honest for
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you feel in your heart?
Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm so cool.
Like you're not like our parents. Our parents aren't even really. None of our parents really are a good example of like kind of a.
Have I had the moment where I've had a senior moment? Yes.
Where you just.
But at the like, am I still like, fuck you, I'm cooler than you? Yeah.
Yeah, but is that that's kind of
And
like,
whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter.
But
to me, I am.
But isn't
so.
that a characteristic of like an older person? It's like I'm fucking cool.
Yeah, because then what's the alternative to that?
Just accepting it and just being like I'm not.
And
good at
then
this.
what? Then what are you?
I can't really speak to it because I'm cool as shit. And I told Ella, I go.
And I told Ella.
I said, none of you fucking kids are ever going to be as cool as me. It's
Right.
never going to happen. And all your friends are going to want to come to our house because I'm the cool dad. I lay it down. I make sure everyone's safe. We're going to abide by some rules. But guess what? I'm also going to dance. I might do a little fucking shuffle. And I'm pretty fun. And I'm going to get pizza. You know what I mean?
Here's my real response to what you said.
Yeah, I want a real, genuine.
Were you cool? Are you cool? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to change. You're not going to change now.
Right. So
Me either. I mean, like, fucking, what's cool? Like, cool is a word that will probably die out one day, but
is the fact
maybe it won't.
Oh, is the fact that we're saying cool also dorky
Well,
as shit?
maybe it will.
Are you
Maybe it
lit,
will.
dude? Are you lit, baby?
Are you on fleek?
Dude, are you litty like a fucking...
Is that what the kids are saying, on
Yeah.
fleek?
We're over here. Is that what the kids are saying? Are you litty like a juicy...
No, dude. Like, I think when you're, like, I don't know. Your kids will say you're cool one day, but I don't know.
Okay, so this...
What makes you cool? What makes you still cool? I don't know.
I see. Here's the thing. I suppose...
Thinking about it probably doesn't.
Well, I suppose what it is that we can't really... It's an objective... It's not really objective. It's on the person. Just like you can't say that you're not an asshole. You keep it like, I'm not an asshole, because it's not up to you to decide, right? If someone thinks you're an asshole, you can't change. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could behave differently, but you can't be like, I'm not an asshole.
Right. No,
'Cause
it's up to everybody who's seen you.
So I guess that's what it is. We
Yeah.
can't say whether or not, even though I think we're as cool as shit.
I think doing something well is considered like cool to people. That anybody that does something really well and excels in it, someone's gonna think they're cool.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
100%. Yeah.
It's easier to be cool when you have like a skill,
Right.
like a talent. But so here, let me tell you why I said this. Okay, it was in one of my final weeks of working, which, by the way, I'm fully
Untethered.
dude. I finally
You're done.
I cut the cord. I'm no longer.
And you're so much more laid back tonight.
Yeah, bro. I just finished my first video.
You're like, what's cool, man? I think I'm cool, man. I just finished my first video, man.
Bro, we're over here talking about Ethiopian food, baby. We're over here talking about.
We're gonna go to Gojo tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. So I was making a deliver over at the Valley High. Okay.
That was your last?
It was one of the last deliveries I made. Actually, my very last delivery was SIP on Indian School.
Nice.
Yeah, I delivered one case of... dude, sometimes I don't really know how they order product, like especially like produce and shit. It was a case of cantaloupe, but there was only 3 lopes in there. There should have been at least 6 or 7, but I only delivered 3. So I don't know. I think you can just get 3 and they don't have a box to put it in. They just put it in the big box.
Well, fucking a lot of cantaloupe. You better be pushing that because that's going to die.
Right. So they only got 3 lopes. So anyways, that was my last delivery. But this was within that the last couple of weeks. I can't even remember exactly, but I got a new pair of shoe protections. I got some protections. I got
What?
They're composite toe shoes. They're not steel toe, and they're kind of fashionable. They were $45 on Amazon. I was like, oh, done. Because I got a pair. They didn't fit. I gave them to Gordon. Then I had to buy a new pair on Amazon, and I was like, oh, these. I didn't see anybody in the company. My body's making a lot
That's
of.
usually what I do.
My body's making a lot of gases.
Goofy stuff.
So I got them. They came. I was like, oh wow, these are kind of cool.
Color, style.
Yeah, they were like gray. The sole kind of stuck out a little bit, kind of like a Yeezy.
Out the back.
Yeah, a little bit, which is not my favorite.
Those
look.
shoes are fucking ugly, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
And that
To
guy's
us.
not the best rapper.
To us, bro.
Oh, bro, that guy's such a nuisance.
Okay, so to us,
He's like a hemorrhoid on the world.
Anyway.
Anyway.
like this. I like this. You know, this is about as much as
Yeah,
I
it
go,
comes out a
right?
little bit.
Just a tiny bit, because it's the sole of a shoe. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I'm flossing these doggies into the back of Valley Ho, making a delivery, and the head chef. I think there's like several head chefs, and there's a lot going on. But the head chef that I talked to was this younger female. And she was like, oh, yeah, this actually goes out there. And so she's like walking me out to this different area where I'm putting the stuff down. And she goes, what did she say? I think I wrote it down. Hold on. It's really not even that big of a. She goes, oh, yeah, which is kind of an old term. But she goes, those shoes are hella fresh. And I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, yeah.
You couldn't.
Because she was like, those shoes are hella fresh. Like,
You
said some super hip, cool
You
shit.
didn't know how to respond.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I got them. Amazon.
Yeah. It's 10:33.
Should have just said dope.
Yeah.
Well, she just goes, okay.
You should have said it's 10:33, because then you would have told her what time it was in your head, and you would have been okay with it. But
Usually I'm pretty good in those moments.
no, I know you
know what I mean?
You spit mad game.
It was
Where
just,
were you on that one,
I
dipshit?
don't know. I felt so old.
Yeah.
I'm 35, dude. I'm not
For
that
sure.
old. And I am cool as shit.
No, you're not.
Please like, share, subscribe. So,
You're done, dude.
she goes, oh, she goes, those shoes are hella fresh. And first of all, I think what it was, I was like, these are composite toe, dorky ass. She was like, they're about as good as you can get.
See, that's where you started to tell her what the materials were that were in your shoe. That's something a 70-year-old man would do.
I really wish, I truly wish that there was video, audio footage of me. Because she goes, oh man, those shoes are hella fresh. And I go, yes. Oh, yeah.
You know what would have been the best response to that? Be like, hey, those shoes are hella fresh. You've been like, yep, I'll kick your ass. Because she probably would have been like, I like him. And just walked away. I don't know. Probably not. But it would have been funny.
I'll kick your
Yep,
ass.
I'll kick your ass.
I feel like that's something Steve would say.
Yeah, probably. That could go either way. She'd be like, oh, super intrigued. Or be like, well, I don't want that.
So what you said today was a rough day. What happened?
Oh, it's just a Monday.
You just hung. Were you
Mondays are fucking always rough, dude.
Oh,
Because
did
everybody
you
we
make-
deal with, there's always just issues that like pile on, you know.
Oh.
And like, I don't know.
Oh, in work.
Yeah, with work.
There's
yeah,
like a
work
fucking
wise,
some
yeah.
sort of trim molding crown.
It's yeah.
What's the molding on the ground called? Floor molding.
Are you talking about that?
Yeah, I know
Just
there's crowd-
base. Just that's just base.
base molding.
Yeah.
I know there's crown.
There's crown molding. And then there's, base
Okay.
for flooring.
Okay.
For doors, it's, casing.
Casing.
Yeah.
I like a natural casing. You. Like a good snap. Dude, should we in 10 years make the food truck of our lives? Of the dreams that we're made of?
Dude. If Gaboozy was here.
Yeah.
You're in spirit.
I could already feel his presence.
Because him and I already
No, dude.
well, yeah, 10 years ago
Yeah.
had a food truck idea.
So did we.
Yeah, I know.
What kind of...
I need to stop getting food truck ideas with
Dude,
my buddies.
You're such a traitor, dude.
Or am I the opposite?
All right, what was your guys' food truck idea? Let's
Stuffed
you know
burgers.
What? Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Juicy Lucy's, basically.
Okay. Well,
Before Juicy Lucy's were huge,
yeah.
we were gonna call it In the Pocket.
Okay. Hey, real quick, to all that are watching the YouTube video.
Richard's throwing one towel on this.
No. To all that are watching, please, on this, I don't give a shit if you comment on any other episode. In the comments below, please say whether or not you like his idea with this other guy or the idea with me. Go ahead. What was your guys' idea?
So our idea was
Juicy
that we
Lucy?
were gonna. It was a throw off of that. It was In the Pocket, and we were gonna have stuffed burgers and
Okay.
this.
What was the name of the place called?
It was gonna be called In the Pocket Burger.
That's pretty good.
And it was going to be a food truck, and we even reached out to rich people to maybe get on board
Some
with
investors?
it. Yeah, we did.
Oh my God.
Did you let Anthony do that?
Yeah. How?
No, I was there every time.
Okay, good.
Because
Who would you guys have? Dan Harkins.
no,
And,
yeah, Dan Hark.
You're like, listen, Dan.
Yeah,
I know you're in the market of.
we hit up Papa John.
Yeah.
We were like, "Hey,
Yep.
you're in the pizza biz. We're in the burger biz."
He was like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. Anyway, no, we talked to a few people, and they were like, "Well, make your shit fucking real and better,"
Yeah.
and we didn't. So
Cool.
the idea and the drive was there, but so was the excess of alcohol and
Yeah.
whatever else.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe a little less motivate.
There's stimulants involved, probably.
Well,
Not on your end.
not on my end. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it was just cool idea.
It's a great
And
idea.
if somebody took this idea and ran with it, I bet it would be a thing.
Let's look this up real quick. In the Pocket.
Yeah.
In the Pocket.
We got a GoDaddy and everything.
Oh, really?
We started getting real serious
Wow,
about
you're
it.
real serious.
You guys fucking had a little domain
Yeah.
name? Let's see. In the Pocket.
We had business cards made.
And it was funny because, dude, Gaboozy would come over, and we'd be doing product research, so we'd make all these crazy burgers, right? And
I do
try them
I-
all.
I remember
dude,
this
We'd
now.
have this spread of 7 different burger ideas we had, and they were fucking delicious.
Okay, well, I can't. Nothing came up, so you guys are good. No restaurants called In the Pocket. So Cam and I's idea was this. It was called Cookin' Dicks, and we were going to make sausages from scratch. So it was cook in dicks, and we were going to be cooking homemade sausages.
Yeah.
Do I need to say any more?
Which would have
Yeah, the
then,
burger's way better. No one's gonna
Yeah, but that would eventually grown to an Italian restaurant. Is what it really would have done. In dude, that was so weak. I couldn't. I was expecting something better.
My body will not stop making gases. I think I just blew it out.
It was like a dud black cat.
All right, well.
No, because that ultimately Richard and I would have actually had a restaurant. And dude, we had a night. We had a late night. I made Richard manicotti, and he was like, "Did you fucking cook?" And I'm like, "Yeah, probably not a little bit, but I can. But I know you really can."
Manigot.
Marigot.
Marigotti.
And then we just went into like cooking Dick's thing, and like it would have started off like
Sausages.
like what he said, but then it would have gone into like a
Natural casings.
natural casings,
A snap.
an Italian restaurant,
yeah.
an Italian restaurant,
Manigot.
and he would have had a ginger fuck, probably not cooking as much as he would have been running the kitchen, but I would have maybe had a little bit in it, but then I would have probably been front of house.
I kind of felt I when I imagined
But
it,
you would have been front of house too.
I just imagined you and me both in like one of those
Just-
dope ass fucking aprons. You know,
Yeah.
like the ones they have like the gases. You know, like those trendy places with like the cool apron with a little bit of the thing hangs. You know,
the buttons.
a little, yeah,
Sure.
And you and me are back
Yeah,
there.
the Bandera Hillstone thing.
They open up the back door.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like
And just fucking
and you and me.
Fear Factory playing in the background. Just we're just making gnocchi.
Flicking gnocchi like this. You have a pot of boiling water. You're holding it like this. I'm like, they start turning down the Fear Factory, but we're like, we own the place.
Oh, and then it's just like Dave Matthews. We're like cannelloni.
Maybe stuff at a manigut. I kind of. That's what I.
Well, here's the thing.
That's what I wanted it to be.
If someone just like had this establishment with a kitchen,
Yeah.
it was like, here, Cam and Richard,
We could make some fucking
Have
food,
fun.
dude. Yeah.
and we had to get all the vendors and everything together and all that stuff. I think we could do it.
We could. If we ever start generating money and we like start learning about business, and
that's one of my dreams to because
We could do it
ever
at
since I was a
70.
kid, like when we were 14, 15, 16, like I always hosted our friends and shit, right?
Yeah.
So like that's always been a thing that I love doing, and like I love having friends over, and I love cooking, providing, and to own a restaurant and just do that for the masses. Wouldn't that be such a fucking cool thing to do?
Yeah, I mean, I've cooked for 1,000 people.
You've done
But
it
not-
to a grander scale.
But
to
that
then-
when you get to that level, the quality usually
When it's your
drops.
place.
Yeah, I want a nice, quiet.
you
little
want
place.
to you want to have a place like Uncle Sal's or like
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
For sure.
Wally's.
Wally's.
Wally.
We had Wally's on Saturday night.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, they got a great never mind. They have a nice sorry. New York strip
Yeah.
with a mash and some asparagus spears.
Yeah.
It's like $16.
It's basically what I made tonight, except for they were sirloins.
Yum 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 yum.
It was on point. Sprouts had the sirloin on point right now.
Dude, I was jerking off the other day
Yeah.
and I was balls deep in some wacky shit, right? So I was kind of navigating around. Had a lot of time. I was like, I can really settle in, you know? I used lotion. I don't usually do that. I just grip it and rip it for the most
Yeah,
part.
you were kind of like what is that word?
Raw dog?
No. When you're bringing in shit like lotion, you're just like, I don't know. It's such a simple word. This is why I lose words with friends. Ambitious.
Nice. Yeah. I'm usually not.
Yeah, you just
Yeah, just grab, because I know how to,
That's
I
it.
know where to
yeah,
grab it.
4 or 5 maybe. And
then
you're done.
And I'm out the door. But this was, I got time to settle in.
Right, you had production value.
I had
with this one.
production value. Yeah, like it was a very lovely
You
afternoon.
threw on the cure, you got lotion, you're like, I'm gonna jerk off.
So when I get
I'm gonna make this right.
right. So when I get into that mindset, which maybe happens like once a month, where I can really set it up. Like my brother Gordon, he used to have a whole production when he would jack off when he was a very young boy. So he would go into my dad's bathroom, close the door, right? My mom and dad's bathroom, close the door, lock it. He would pull out all the nudie magazines, put it to the picture that he liked, and he would set it like on the counter. It was a big counter in the bathroom. So he had like 7 or 8.
20 tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said he would just have it all laid out perfectly and he would just go around and just sort of like he was window shopping. He would cruise by a couple of sections. Be like, oh.
That's legit, though,
Right?
dude. Yeah.
So every time I sort of treat myself, I think about Gordon. Because Gordon knows how to treat himself, you know.
Every time I try to treat myself, I think about Gordon.
Which is
God, dude.
not good.
No, it's great.
Now that I think about it.
No,
so anyways,
it's fine.
I'm treating myself. And so I'm cruising around, right? I'm checking out midgets and,
Oh, dude.
amputees.
So,
and
real quick, I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt your story.
please do.
But I have to.
Yeah.
Because this is the only time I'm going to think about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
We're like watching the news and they're like,
Who? You and Jess?
yeah, just before I came here.
Okay.
And it's like, COVID's, blah, blah, beating, dune, numbers are high.
Yeah.
Oh, this kid got like fined for like not wearing a mask on campus and blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, well, the holidays are coming around. And then they go to like, they cut to the mall with like Santa.
Wearing a mask?
No.
Okay.
And the kid not wearing a mask. It's like, well, this is obviously footage from last year.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, we're sitting there, we're like, well, this is the worst combination ever. A 70-year-old and a 13-year-old. He's not even 13. He's like 8.
Bad
And we're
transition.
like, oh, this is bad. And then we're like, oh, this is last year.
It's old footage.
We can't wait to see what happens this year. I was like, yeah, but Santa's immortal.
Yeah.
He's alive always. Mm-hmm. And she's gonna kill me. She goes, she told me not to say this, but I was like, fuck it, dude, I have to. I'll say it was my joke, but I can't take credit. Okay. She goes, yeah, but he's gonna take it back to the North Pole and give it to all the elves. And they're gonna get it because they're fucking little and their shit sucks.
They have bad immune systems.
Yeah, dude.
In pre-existing conditions, dude.
Dude, I fucking stood up on the bed and just laughed at her. I was like, oh my God, that's the funniest thing. She's like, am I wrong? I'm like, no, I'm just surprised I didn't say it first. Yeah, but he's going to go give it back to the elves. And they have shitty immune systems because they're little.
Is Mrs. Claus immortal?
No. I mean, well, she's as mortal as Santa Claus is.
He's been through a couple, I think. Couple of
He's
broads.
been through some. I think he's all right. But yeah, your toy makers, man, shit.
So I was watching
I'm gonna
porn
sorry
about...
that was the only time I was gonna fit that one in.
Dude, have you seen, like, around the holidays, you see more porn with, like, Santa Claus in it? You ever notice that? Around
Well,
the holidays?
The holidays started today, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But
I haven't
check it
popped
out.
it on yet.
Next time you
I've been saving
cruise
up
around.
to just have the real deal.
Yeah, so I was jacking off to amputees and midgets and amputated midgets, and so I was all sorts of weird in the internet, right? And so I'm going through.
The internet's even like Googling Richard.
I came across this video of I don't even remember what the title was, but it was like black guy slangs dick all kinds of ways. Something to that
That's
effect.
what you checked out?
It just was in the mix, bro. I was going bananas, right? And so all was
What did you type in?
mature big tits, and it just goes from there. You get mature big tits, and then you cruise down, and then you get the one obscure video, and I'll
You
click
stub
on
your
that.
toe and then this thing comes
And then
up.
it opens up a new portal, and then you just go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, right? So Tay, can you pull up this picture?
Yes.
I brought this picture in because I wanted. Is it up right now? Okay, I wanted you to see this picture. You see it? Have you seen it? The people be out here fucking like this. Have you seen this, dude? Look at the way that he's standing. He's got his feet on her back. Okay.
Yeah.
And first of all, so I blacked out all the like the faces and like right where he's penetrating. She is wearing a thong, but he does pull that to the side. So he is absolutely inside this woman. He's got his fucking feet on her back, and he's got his hands on the railing.
Yeah,
and you should have seen. I wish I could clip.
It's like if a koala jumped out of a eucalyptus and jumped on your back.
Okay, so I know how I got there.
It's like freak that bitch out tone.
Amazon
You know what I'm talking
fucking.
about?
Have you heard of Amazon fucking?
No.
I have.
You
Okay.
can just,
Dude.
you can skip,
Bro, Amazon. Okay, you could take
Pay
it off the
5
screen
extra-
now.
I did already.
Oh, you did. Okay, so
pay $5 extra.
So basically, I
and
just
you get that.
Well, I
No?
just wanted you to see that people are out here fucking crazy, like, right? So that
Oh,
guy.
I know everyone's doing.
I
weird
have
shit,
never
dude.
seen that position before. Okay, so Amazon fucking. This is how I got there. That's
If you
right.
look at the people though, for like metric pound for pound, yeah, it makes sense that he can crawl on her like a tree frog, and she just is gonna sit.
First of all, you have to
there.
have a huge dick to do that. There's only that you cannot.
Right.
You got to have it at least 6 inches, and at that point you're only sticking probably 2.5 in.
You have to have way bigger than 6
was
inches
gonna
to
say,
do
dude,
that.
I'm just saying, 6
Dude, you
inches
gotta have, like,
minimum.
14
minimum.
to-
This guy's got a 10-inch cock, right? So, anyways,
Oh, easy.
So
Yeah.
Amazon. Okay, listen to this. Okay, so Amazon fucking is like this, bro. This shit's wild. And
So
I,
wait.
I want to try. Oh my god! I'm thinking about you and Jess doing it. It's fucking insane.
That's gross.
It's called Amazon.
No, it's amazing.
It's called Amazon fucking.
Yeah, so Amazon
Go.
style fucking. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna position.
I'm thinking about Amazon the company.
Okay, so
You're like, I'm thinking about Amazon River.
okay,
The jungle.
So, okay, so I'm the girl, right?
Okay.
Okay, I'm coming over, right?
what do I
So
need
if
to do?
I'm the girl, right?
Right, yeah.
Normally,
That's better.
like scoot your butt a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So like this. Okay. So but back like this. Okay. So if I'm the girl, right? I'm gonna get on top of you like this, right?
yeah.
And you're just gonna fucking, and I'm gonna go, I, right?
Right.
Here's how Amazon fucking works.
Dude, I'm so sore. I'm so sore.
The girl gets the guy like this.
Oh.
And bends his dick down a little bit, and then she fucks him like that.
That's legit. All right, get out of here. Dude, that sounds like a bit of fun. I'm not going to lie.
And when you, if
Is
you,
that not in the Kama Sutra?
bro, I want to do that. So, but you have to see. The thing is
Is that not in the Kama
you
Sutra?
gotta have your
Yeah.
legs up like this, and it
Yeah.
looks like she's fucking you, right?
Right.
But something about it, because yeah, I'm a little bored, you know, with the same old, and I have seen this several times now, and I go, and the first time I saw it, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking up like
It
muscular women.
sounds really awesome.
I was looking up muscular women.
Oh, yeah?
Just big clits.
You're just going all over.
I was out of my mind. Transgender. I was going. I was everywhere, dude. I was,
Really?
yeah. Just it was a whirl. It was a
the
spectacular.
normal thing was boring.
Out of everything, anything, any missionary fucking doggy out. Give me fucking amputees. Give me black midgets. Give me fucking transgenders. You better give me some of that Amazon shit. And so I'm all over the place, right? So I'm looking, bro. I'm gonna fucking do this one day. So it's just crazy. So I was looking up the muscular women who literally have a deeper voice than me. Like, hey, how you doing, Jerry? My name is Cynthia. We're gonna bang it out today.
Richard's so bored that he is going to fuck a potato soon. Just because he never has.
What if I fucked a potato and it was hooked to one of those fucking clocks and Adam Hood was over there like, it worked? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Said his name.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
H.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
But I was looking up muscular women, and she was like, okay, we're going to do it, Jerry. And he was like, and he was like, okay, Cynthia. And she's like, all right, she's like, pull your legs up. And she fucking takes his legs. This is the first I had ever seen this. She fucking lifts his legs up. He's on his back on the bed. And she lifts his legs up and takes his dick and just shoves it in. And then she starts fucking him with his own dick, basically.
That's pretty legit.
And I was like, I gotta try this.
That's
this
like the
looks
first
good.
time the iPhone, the touchscreen came out.
Yeah.
Right. It's that amazing.
Yeah, that's a very weird correlation, but I'll take it. Yeah, it's a new toy. It's a new thing to try.
Like you're getting fucked.
You're getting fucked.
Make your dick root a little sore.
I bet. See, I don't like. It's gonna have to be kind of. You know how I just did it to you.
Which we're gonna have to watch again because
It's fine,
it's fine.
dude. I didn't even. What do you mean? It was like, it's about as harmless as me like pretending to do CPR on you or something. I mean, what's the difference? Is there a difference?
No, you're making me feel alive either
Yeah.
way.
You went with it. Come on. Don't make me feel weird. I've said some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. I just went for it at the end of this episode. I couldn't help it. Because I first of all, I did that guy. I was like, yes. How did you do that? And he's just like got his feet up on her back, and he's like, dude, and he's so cocky in the actual
Yeah.
video. He's just like, yeah, bitch, and he's just like, you know, like doing that, you know? And I'm like, yeah.
So brutal.
So,
But awesome.
yeah. Where do we go from here?
So you said you had a case of the Mondays?
Oh yeah, but now we're past that. I didn't know my Monday was gonna end up like this. No, I'm just kidding.
I had one more thing. Oh, you know what? We can't do that. No, I gotta save it. Sorry, I'm going through some of my notes right now. How far along are we, Taylor?
I think
Hour and 20-something minutes.
Oh, but for real? For real? For real? We started right around 9:35, right? Okay. All right.
Jumbotron, baby.
I didn't mean to get too nar.
No, you didn't. That's actually not the gnarliest you've gotten, I don't think.
Nah. Oh, I will tell you this. So, to anybody that cares, I have started editing and putting videos together. I believe the name of my kids' channel is going to be the Carlise Crew. So I will be sharing that information probably in the next couple of weeks. And I basically just spent like the last couple of days just learning some of the Premiere, DaVinci Resolve. Premiere's another one.
That's a
DaVinci.
lot.
I've been learning how to just very basic editing skills, how to do transitions, put music. I had to figure out how to put fucking music because there's like a whole YouTube has a public domain music page, which is really cool. It's just pages and pages of just people submit. What's up? You can't.
I'm just thinking of so many things right now.
This is what I do to people, right? I do this wacky shit, and then I want to talk a normal thing, and you're like, "Wow, I have PTSD."
Totally, dude.
I'm talking to you about.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm plugging my page and I'm gonna do a lot of cool, positive things, and I'm just like,
And I'm plugging my kids' channel right now.
I know.
But hey, you know what? You got to separate the two. I will not publish any of that stuff. This is not for children. If you somehow manage to stumble upon this podcast, fucking go to bed. Go to bed, Sammy. You're 14. Okay, you shouldn't be listening to this. And guess what? But if you check out that Amazon shit though. If you can, it's kind of wacky. It might be a fun thing to try out with your girlfriend. I went back on everything I said. I said don't, but then do. Don't and then do it. So I'm very excited about the next couple of weeks. Everybody out there in podcast land and on YouTube world, stay tuned. We have a couple of really exciting
Yeah,
episodes coming. We can't tell you who is going to be sitting in this chair next week, but I promise you, you should tune in because it's gonna be fucking epic. Aren't you?
I'm fucking excited.
I'm nervous right now.
I'm nervous. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It's gonna
We
be
got
fucking
1
awesome,
week
dude.
to prepare for
There's
this.
a lot of good things coming. A lot
We-
of cool shit coming.
We've had so many good guests too.
Yeah.
I mean, that Larry episode was so fun.
Shit.
God, I miss that fucking guy.
Dude, I think about fucking yeah.
The whole thing. I fucking love this podcast, and I love you, and I
love
love
you,
you
baby.
too. Thank you guys again. Maybe we should go.
That's it. I'll see you at Gojo
Yes.
tomorrow for lunch.
Go, Joe. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We can't believe you stuck it out. We can't believe you had no doubt. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you again.